Gold targets have been found at the Lorraine Project in Quebec. Here to tell us more about it is the CEO of Pivotal Metals, Ivan Fairhall. Ivan, it is a pleasure to see you again. How are you?
I'm really great. Great to be getting going in 2026.
All right, let's talk about these gold targets that you have found after your IP survey at the Lorraine Project. What is the scale of the opportunity here?
Well, look, yeah, this work's really changed how we think about Lorraine. We've run a modern IP survey adjacent to that prior mining area at Lorraine, and we've been able to see that the mineral system extends, we believe, well beyond the footprint of that historic mine. The surveys outline multiple gold, but also copper anomalies extending, up to 1.8 kilometres to the east. And this area, like this really important point, area has seen very little modern exploration. So you overlay the historic high-grade copper, nickel, and gold targets and results that they had around that prior mining area, and it becomes, and you look at this wide system that's underexplored, and you can see that we've got a pretty coherent, fertile area that's got an increasing sort of scale to it.
So this recent announcement talks about gold dominant as well as copper nickel dominant targets. How do these fit together?
Well, Lorraine Mine is really known because historically it was a copper nickel massive sulfide mine. It produced about 600,000 tonnes with great grades of copper, nickel and gold. But what's less appreciated and not a focus of mining at the time was that during underground development of that mine, the miners intersected exceptionally high grade, a very, very high grade quartz vein gold system. And they sampled along that vein 28 metres at 45 grams a tonne. So you've got a really coherent and very high grade system. It wasn't focused on mining at the time, but it's clearly an outstanding result that we need to follow up. And so the IP survey was specifically designed to differentiate between the structural gold system, like the one I just talked about, and also the magmatic copper nickel sulfides, which was the focus of mining. And so it's done exactly that. And we can really clearly see both styles extending out east of the mine. And given that close proximity to the mine, the lack of historic drilling, it's a really compelling sort of place to be looking for new discovery, and that's why we're looking really forward to moving on with drill testing.
Commodity markets have started 2026 quite strong, and you've got some metals that seem to be exciting the market. So what's ahead for the year for Pivotal?
Yeah, it's an absolutely ripping start to 2026. I mean, we've got gold, copper, silver, platinum, all-time highs. So we're in a very supportive commodity environment. These are really and the price for these metals are sort of supported by such great fundamentals. We're in a pretty geopolitical, from the precious metal side, is fantastic. And I mean, copper, you're seeing the mega mergers because the big guys know what's coming. So 2026 for Pivotal is really about execution. We're increasing the pace and the scale across our projects, particularly exploration at the Belterre district. We've got drilling planned at Lorraine and Midran kicking off later this month. We've got a large-scale EM survey that's already underway, and that was focused. You remember last year we had that a lot of conductor. Well, we're taking what we did there and we're widening that out of a much larger area, and we're looking to find new conductors in a similar environment and other geophysical surveys, because you'll remember that Belterre is a really big property and we've got lots of targets. So alongside that, we're going to continue to advance Horden Lake, which has a really solid, large resource. There's a lot of value that's tied up with that project. So it's an exciting time. Investors can expect steady news flow. We're going to test high quality targets and build out our pipeline. And we're really looking forward to getting into it.
It sounds like a very exciting year ahead for Pivotal Metals, with the right metals and the right ground in the right place. Ivan, thank you so much for your time today, and I look forward to future updates.
Thanks, Shay.